If you're a contractor or a remodeler and you just got your finances back from your accountant and you're looking at them and wondering, where did all the money go? I worked hard all year long and there's really so little to show for it. In this video, I'm going to break down the profit math. Now, this is really important to understand because going into 2026, and if you don't understand this, it's going to make it harder for you to earn money and actually have profit left over at the end of the day. I'm going to give you an example of a kitchen and bathroom remodeler that I work with so you can understand this for his situation and then you can apply it to yours. I'm not making up these numbers. This is literally what happened in his business. So what I had him do is I had him pull his credit card statements and his bank statements and look at every single expense and ask himself, is this something that's helping me grow and helping me reach my 2026 goals? Or is it something that I tried in 2025 and it's not actually working and I need to cut it off? And then there's the middle ground. So we'll talk about the middle ground of, oh, well, it has the potential, but it didn't make money, and you kind of go wishy-washy. So right now, I want you to go through your bank statements. This is usually about a 45-minute exercise, but honestly, it's going to be so worth your time. So go through your bank statement, go through your credit card, and find every single expense and cancel it right now. Don't waste. Don't say you're going to cancel it. Cancel it right now. Every single expense that's not helping you grow your business. Now, everything that is there and should be there to help you grow your business, leave it alone. Don't judge yourself for it. It's fine. Now, the wishy-washy side of things, what I like to do is I like to actually set aside a calendar date and say, okay, if I'm not using it by, let's say, February 1st, then I'm going to cancel it. And I put a date in the calendar. And sometimes I even have my admin say, hey, if we're not using this by this date, then just go ahead and cancel it. You have my permission. But that way it's going to get canceled and you don't have to redo this whole exercise. So this particular contractor, like I said, he's a kitchen and bathroom remodeler, and he ended up finding over $10,000 in subscriptions and random things that he bought that he never used, and all of these different things that were supposed to help him grow his business, but didn't. So if I look at this and I say, okay, we've got $10,000 of expenses. So normally we think about that and it's like, oh, I saved $10,000 and I canceled all of this. And that was for the whole year, because if he'd never done this for the whole year, that's how much he would have spent. So it's again and again and again. Now here's the math that most people miss. That $10,000 actually is the profit left over from a job. So if you did a, let's say, $30,000 job, and you had $10,000 left over, that's 33% profit margins. But in order to have $10,000 to spend on things that are hopefully going to grow your business but didn't, then you actually need to generate $30,000 worth of work. So really, this equals $30,000. Now, if you think about it, for him, a bathroom remodel is anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000. At least that's his average transaction value. That's like what the average bathroom is. He doesn't do a ton of kitchens, so it's mostly bathrooms. So if his jobs are $20,000 each, that means he had to do 1.5 jobs just to pay for stuff that wastes in his business. It's literally doing nothing because he looked at his bank statement, he looked at credit card, and he canceled $10,000 worth of expenses. Now, when you start to realize every single expense that you have in your business is actually multiplied by your profit margins, then that is where you can actually realize and spend better in your business and also protect your margins. Because you can be working super hard and you could have a $1 million, $2 million remodeling business, but if you're not keeping the money, then you are literally working for free. So every time you think about, okay, how much money do I want to spend? Can I spend it on this? Will I spend it on this? You actually need to think about how much it's worth based off of your profit margins. So if you're at 25% profit margins, it means that $10,000 is actually worth $40,000 in your business. So you have to go get a $40,000 job just to spend $10,000 in profit. This is where most contractors don't actually understand the profit math, and then they end up just spending willy-nilly because they hope it grows their business, but they don't think about how much it's actually costing them. Now, with this contractor, I actually took him a step further. When he realized he had to do 1.5 jobs just to pay for things, it started clicking in his mind how much profit he has to protect. Because if he wants to go buy something and then a job runs over and he barely breaks even and he has to jump on and firefight and make the client happy and get it over the finish line and it gets delayed a couple of weeks, all of that is now making it harder to pay for this $10,000 or any other thing that's in your overhead that you're spending money for, even whether it's going to help you with your business or not. So when you think about every single piece of profit, it's not just that dollar amount, it's actually worth way more. You'll make better judgments in your business. You'll protect your profit way more because there's actually a little bit more skin in the game when you think about that number. And you're going to be able to grow your business because you'll actually have the cash on hand to make those investments in either talent or tools or advertisement or whatever it is that's going to grow your business. When you start thinking about the fact that you have to generate that much more money in order to just spend that little bit of money on advertising or just go spend that little bit on an employee, then you start making better decisions. You start actually thinking about your profit the whole time instead of just thinking about the revenue, because the revenue is vanity and the profit is sanity.